Good evening. You heard some of Mario Cristobal's post-game press conference, and with Jalen Rivers following the 42-41 loss to Iowa State today in Orlando, and I will on December 20th, 2024, and I will give you my thoughts on it. Um, there's not much to say on this one today. I mean, look, we didn't get the job done. I know people are gonna blame Emory. Listen, Emory. I to me, it seemed to me this staff did not give Emory any confidence in the second half when he was out there. In fact, someone said to me the following. Now, people will say Emory isn't the answer. I will say, yes, he is, provided we get him some competition in the spring. The question will have to be, who do we get from the portal to push Emory? And is Nickel going to be ready? I'm going to say point blank, I don't think Nickel's going to be ready next year. Now in 26, that's a different ballgame. Once he has a year under his belt in the system. Now I could be wrong. He could be ready next year. He could be ahead of schedule. But the way I look at it, the way I see this is we played scared. I think we played scared on that one drive with Emory. I mean, look, let him run the offense. It doesn't help. It helps when you run the football and you have a strong offensive line behind you. That's a good thing. But when good teams see that, okay, like we saw today, good teams are going to adjust and they're going to load 7-8 in the box to try to make Emory beat them. And I credit Iowa State. That's what they did, to be quite honest. But listen, number one, I also felt at the same time today, when I look at the numbers of this performance, defense. Let's be clear, Lance Guidry has to go, no question about it. And I would say the sooner he's gone, the better off we will be long term, in my opinion. But when I look at scores from the games today, here's the game that really got me. Now, we couldn't make the stop at the end. We could not stop Iowa State in the first half on 4 straight drives where they scored touchdowns. Okay, I look at the numbers, and I look at all the numbers. Back 270 yards for Iowa State. But the one that really got me was 5 for 14, 26 yards. After a dominant first half performance from Cam, 12 of it, 19, 193 touchdowns, no picks. But man, Damian Martinez, 179 yards rushing today. We wasted that, a dominant performance from Damian there. He got hurt a little bit. Would have loved to have had him in there. Another thing I look at is the numbers. 24 first downs each. 524, but most of that in the first half. We didn't do much in the second half. In the air, mostly on the ground. We had 308 yards rushing today. That's a new bowl game record. And we wasted that performance on 39 carries. Another thing that really bothered me is we turned the ball over 3 times. Folks, I don't care who you are, you're not going to win that way when you don't force turnovers. And we still had a chance. Still should have won this ball game in spite of that. And we didn't. Iowa State was 6 for 13 on third downs. We did a better job on that on defense there, but we couldn't make the big stop when we had to make it, especially on the last side on the game-winning drive from Iowa State. But it seemed to me in the second half, when I looked at the second half, what really, really got me is in the second half, we went up 10, and we still couldn't hold the lead. We still couldn't hold them. It goes to show you, I mean, we could not make the big play. We couldn't get in Andy's range on that last drive. I mean, I have to say Emory looked scared. And I'm one that supports Emory Williams. I still think he'd be the guy. But now I have to bring in competition. We gotta hope Luke's ready, because I don't think he'll be ready next year, unless they think he's ahead of schedule. The coaches are still high on Emory, but I want to see in a full camp what he looks like. But listen, credit Iowa State. They wanted it more than we did, and we didn't get the job done. That's just a simple bottom line. Offense, I'm going to give about a C. Solid in the first half, terrible in the second. Then it went downgraded in the second half to maybe a C. I'll say a C minus on that, especially with the second half passing game. Defense, I'm going to give a D minus. I can give an F on that, but they did step up, make some plays, but they did not make the big plays when it had to be made in that fourth quarter when they needed stops. They didn't get them. They didn't get the big stop. Special teams, I'll give about a B. That'll be the way I look at it. So, by the way, I forgot to mention, I apologize for that. Please join Canes Connection at canesconnection.com. Become a member today. And if you're looking for a good shirt, from this shirt, it goes to those who do not have NIL deals. Please go to lorrainesports.myshopify.com for more information on that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put that in the description. To close this out for the year, I want to take this opportunity to thank Lorraine from Lorraine Sports for asking me to wear this shirt during my podcast this year. I greatly appreciated that very much, Lorraine. Thank you for that. Canes Connection, John over at Canes Connection, who I met in Gainesville this year. I have to tell you, I was privileged to. I wasn't going to wear this because I had another hat, but when you gave me this hat, I said, let me wear it. And it turned out it was the right choice. Thank you I'm glad to have sponsored you guys this year. I've wore it to a few games. I'm glad I'll be wearing this again next year. For those that watched, thank you for watching this year. I will do one more podcast. There'll be a simulcast Monday, December 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll also be simulcast on X. It'll be a space on that, and we will go from there. So, tough way to lose, tough way to end the season. Take care. God bless you. And win or lose, go Canes.